That was Joe. Yeah, he only talked to the attorney a couple minutes, and of course she tried to say that the staff is good, and she also tried to say it wasn't my aunt, it was the doctor. Bullshit. My mom was calling me and calling people, and everything was fine, and etc., until I tried to visit my mom. And Joe and I know it's bullshit. We know that they're lying. Well, it's not the doctor, it's my aunt. But she, probably can apparently influence the doctor or whatever. I'm just grateful they're letting me see my mom. I don't feel good at all. Maybe this house is poisoning me. Just kidding. Never know. I'm kidding, but if I said that to Joe, he'd think there could be an element of truth in it. Goddamn molding in the kitchen was never fixed, even though it should have been. Even though I tried to push it, it's like, just so much happened. But if water's going down in there, that could be, who knows what's going on. Can only do so much. Look how hard I try with the goddamn railing. You're obsessive. Yeah, no shit. It's part of my illness. I am obsessive. Because I have to look at that railing every goddamn day. You know what I mean? And be reminded every goddamn day of that fiasco. And I have to look at the railing it's not safe, it's not legal, it's not whatever. It just irks me. This might be my only opportunity to see my mother. And I don't say that because I think something will happen to her. Although at her age and the meds and the recent whatever, you never know. I say it again because I don't know what Auntie has up her sleeve. If Auntie becomes my mom's guardian, that's it. No mas, I'll never see my mother again. We already know that. That's what I'd already accepted last time around. Because Guardian does have complete control over that. Healthcare Proxy does not. Guardian does. And Joe didn't even have to get into it with them about sending me the legal nothing. He only talked to her 2 or 3 minutes, quick, and apparently, even though he had called her from his cell phone, his cell phone, she apparently talked to my mama after getting his message and left him a message on his home phone. He never listens to his home phone messages. I told you that. Voicemails. I told you that. I've left him voicemails and he doesn't, no, I'm busy, I don't have time. You don't realize he always points that out. I know. I don't work, Joe. I know. Now who's calling me? It's sad though. I finally get to see my mother and then I'm sick. House could be poisoning me. You never know. Interesting. That was Selena. It's interesting. I can't talk to anybody. I'm gonna go to bed. think the best thing for me to do is start going to bed early every night. Needless to say, I will not be partying it up on my birthday. Now, what was I going to say? Oh, interesting thing is, not that... So, interesting thing is, not that they're anything alike, but the similarities between my cousin and Joe, in that and why we're not buying that, the doctor says it's the doctor that, then I'm like, how come Auntie can visit my mom then? How come the church woman and her friend can visit my mom? It's all bullshit. But Joe's like, we know it's bullshit. Just let people lie. We know they're lying. Saving face or whatnot. Because I said to Joe, I'm like, well, I might get to visit my mom this once and then never again. And then he's like, well, if you know that your aunt's allowed to visit but you're not allowed to visit, go to the newspapers. Go to the press. Some of you may recall Janice, my cousin, regarding that whole fiasco with Auntie and that mental hospital and the broke in the power trial crap, saying, go to the press, go to the press. Joe just said the same thing to me. And then if the newspapers won't listen to you, you do something or other, you find out the hospital, the board of directors. I don't know what Joe is saying, because it's just too much, and I'm sick, and maybe Auntie won't push it. Maybe she'll just drop it and just let me have contact with my mother. It was just as I suspected, what I said to Joe ahead of time. But I said, even out here, I think, I did, that she's not told that any of us try to call her. Okay? We're told you can't talk to her, you're not on the approved list of people, but she's not told we tried to call her. And then she says, when I got to talk to her this evening for about a half hour, she says, I hadn't heard from you. And I told her the truth. I said I wasn't allowed to call. Your sister waited so I couldn't, Joe and I couldn't call you. She got me phone numbers again. She lost all the phone numbers. So it's possible they didn't take away her phone privileges. She just couldn't call anybody because she didn't have any phone numbers. She lost them. I don't know. But she was sitting there thinking no one's calling me. Meanwhile, we were calling her, and she's not told, of course, because that would cause too much trouble. Then she'd be all pissed, so they just don't tell her. It's just secrecy. It's sad. It's like... So, I don't know if Auntie knows. I said, and Joe's like, who cares, Who cares if she finds out? I'm sure they're going to tell her, because if she's the healthcare proxy and she's the emergency contact and she's the one dealing with how I'm doing and this, that, whatever, I'm sure they're not going to hide from her the fact that I visited my mom when my aunt didn't want me to. But will they tell her ahead of time? Hopefully not. And then Joe's like, who cares? I don't know, Joe. I'd rather just be so sad though if I'm able to, if I have permission to visit her and then can't because I'm too sick, you know, like. I'll drive my ass there anyway, get her sneakers. I was thinking it says 11, but she wears it. But they don't, mine are 12s. But I found those 11 and a halves. She says she can wear thick socks. She just wants something. I'll give her those 11 and a halves that day. I'll never be wearing them. They have a hole in them anyway. But she's not going power walking. She just wants something so she doesn't have to be in stocking feet if she's allowed to go outside. You know? Blame her. I can do that. I can bring her just like, see, are you happy? You get to see Mom? Of course I'm happy, Joe. But it's not, I'm not going to view this as some kind of, oh, I won, or it's a victory, you know, it's just, it's how it should be anyway. Remember, I haven't it'd be a different story. I haven't seen my mother in nearly a year. If Mom was still the guardian, we wouldn't be even having this conversation. But if I'm sick, like really sick tomorrow, which obviously I hope's not the case, I won't be able to see you. No. And there is an urgency simply because for all I know this could be my only opportunity. go to sleep, say it, please let me not wake up sick. Please let me not wake up sick. At least not be any sicker. Sure. What I'm gonna do is go to bed now. The sickness, I mean, because you can't even really tell I'm sick, you guys, is that it's very, very, very beginning stages. If it was in any type of advanced, I wouldn't be able to go see my mother. I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? People do everything when they're sick, though. The librarian who always gets sick was sniffling and sneezing and everything else. I even heard someone say, oh, to her, how you feeling? Or, you know, people go to work when they're sick. Do people who work in hospitals still go to work when they're sick? I don't know. I feel like everybody goes to work when they're sick. And people can't afford to miss work. I said to Joe, though, you know, my aunt's already been poisoning them against me. It's what she always does. They know I didn't visit my mom in this same place several months ago, but what they don't know is I didn't even know she was in there. It wouldn't have mattered. I wouldn't have been able to visit her. That was the man had the guardianship. See? That's the thing. My mother has free will, and unless you have a guardianship over a person, that person has free will. And it doesn't matter if you believe that person should have nothing to do with whomever. Okay. I'm her fucking daughter, and she loves me, and she's the one who's initiated all this contact. And she did it when she was in the outside. And the note she was forced to write under duress, she didn't mean it. I did not cause her to get sick again. It's just a convenient thing for Matt to say. You could just as easily say you trying to force her to get a restraining order caused her to get sick again. Oh. Far more likely. I didn't even have to try to convince her to sell her house. She was gung-ho for it. Like I said, we were just shooting the shit about it. It wasn't going to happen behind her sister's back. I mean, any non-moron could see that. You know? We were just talking about it in light of lots of things. My mom had no plans to come back here. My mom's happy where she was. According to her and what I know, my mom doesn't like to accept it or acknowledge it. My mom can't live here alone. So you could apply this to any similar situation. But if my mother's sister and I don't get along, and that causes my mom to stress out, right? Then it's not me upsetting my mom or this, that, or whatever. It's the situation. So you could just as easily say it's the sister's fault. Okay? But it's neither of our faults per se. It's my mom can't deal with the stress of us not getting along. And that's a very trivialized example. Because it's way more than us just not getting along. But you know what I mean? That's why I sarcastically said it's not me causing my mom to break down. It's the fact that I exist at all and she loves her daughter and, you know. It all sucks. All sucks. Everything going on in the world sucks. It all sucks. Sums it up, at least for me. It all fucking sucks. I'm going to go to bed really early. Pray I don't wake up. Just said, even if you know someone's lying, there's no point in arguing with them. Like I would never, ever, just, and the same thing with Joe today when that lawyer started saying, you know, these are, you know, really good people and they're taking real good care of your mom. I mean, you know, taking care of my mom and said whatever. And Joe was like, you know, he just listened. He's not going to argue. And the same thing with me when the nurse gets on the phone and says, we weren't trying to shut you out. We just want to do what's best for your mom. That's nice. Oh. You were trying to shut me out, but I know it's because you're of my aunt. We know Joe and I both, we know what they were doing, and we know that things, it would have been, nothing would have come of anything if Joe hadn't done what he did. I don't know what would have happened if I had been the one. You know what I mean? If I had been the one, it might not have panned out. I don't know. Joe's, like I said, he's very, he just says what he says, and he's very succinct, as he put it. Yep, Joe, I know you're succinct. He says just enough. I said, did you say how that nurse behaved with you on the phone, line to you? And I was like, no, I didn't get into that. I just said that the staff's acting very mysterious, and that makes me concerned for you, Mom. See, Joe knows exactly what to say. Instead of getting into specifics, he lets them fill in the blanks, is what he said. You know, I told him the staff's acting very mysterious, and that made me suspicious. I'm concerned for your mom, whatever. Oh, God. Nervous wreck. Nervous wreck. I don't even know if I'm going to get to see my mother, you know what I mean? All sorts of things that could prevent it, including me being sick. Now that I know she doesn't have anything on her feet, why didn't your sister bring you something? She didn't. Yeah. Mom's been in there almost a month and nothing on her feet. You know, your sister should have got her some sneakers. Could have just picked her up something cheap. Of course she didn't. Oh, of course not. Why is that, people? She knows Mom doesn't have anything on her feet and she can't bring her some cheap sneakers. Why? You tell me. You tell me, people. You tell me. Again, I hope she loses the case. Even if only she just doesn't deserve to win, as far as I'm concerned. She'll either win or she'll lose, right? It has nothing to do with what I hope or the vibes I send out to the universe, right? I don't like her. The thing is, during the pseudo-friendship, I was giving it my all and trying to find reasons to like her, you know? Falsely believing she was viewing me as an equal and with respect and all this crap, and it was all a lie. All a lie. All a lie. But I don't have to think too hard to know the reason why it was all a lie. Just me yet again, my naivete rearing its ugly head. Hey, you're holding that up because I don't want you to see my saggy boobies. I'm ready for bed. Where my bride bed? Got a new guy, wrote me a personal message. Really nice, etc., etc. Yet another one wanting a personal relationship with me. Another one wanting a personal relationship with me who lives thousands of miles away. Again, I'm flattered, it's sweet, but I'm not interested. Not interested. Marketing wised me up to so much when the Stony fiasco went down. Said, oh, none of these men, it's not like they have a YouTube channel. It's not like they're putting themselves out there so you can see who they are. They know who you are, but not the other way around. So. Oh, God. All right. So will I get to see my mom tomorrow? Oh no. I hope so, but again, I'm a nervous wreck. Seriously. was very strange hearing from Trouble again. I certainly wouldn't contact someone. You know, we'd had that type of falling out where I told her off. Selena felt like I was 100% justified. So did Karen. Because what she had written in response to one of my known enemies, you know what I mean? I don't know. I wouldn't contact someone if we had a falling out the way that me and Trouble. She contacted me. I don't know if she's going to start commenting on my videos again. That's what we got in trouble last time. She sent me some supportive, insightful emails. Wise. Doesn't mean I agree with everything she says. I think there's more variables than she's addressing in her emails with. She's very intelligent and wise and insightful. She just hurt me very badly when she had a conversation with one of my known cruel, derogatory towards me enemies. When he wrote something to her, she wrote back. That was betrayal. Selena and Karen saw it instantly. She is very, and always has been, she's on my side, you know, very supportive when it comes to on my side. It's funny though, because she always said, you don't stand up to your aunt. Why don't you just stand up to your aunt? Well, look what happened when I did. I finally stood up to her. And it did no good, and she severed the pseudo friendship that had gone on for like almost 2 years. She was able to just end it like that. So that's what happened. Trouble was my friend at that time. She thought I was a goddamn fool, although she said it very nicely, to go out for karaoke with my aunt, and she kind of warned me too. She did, you know, leopard doesn't change its spots, and you shouldn't trust her, and Trouble was right. It's Blues Blood contacted me too on the same day the Trouble did. It's bizarre. It's Blues Blood in her for years and years, but we never had any falling out. She just needed to have a life outside of watching all my videos all the time. She was a really all the time type, watching all my videos and everything, and supportive and whatnot. But also gave her advice and didn't always agree with me, etc. When I was living in LA. It was the most bizarre thing to hear from both of them at the same time. I'm like, holy shit. I was shocked to hear from Trouble. I don't think she's watching my videos, and she just noticed that I was gone, I guess. or maybe she wasn't watching my videos anymore, but she's still a subscriber, so she wasn't noticing any videos showing up in her thing that I uploaded new videos, and she wondered if what had happened to me or whatnot. I don't know, considering the falling out we had and how I told her off, I was surprised to hear from her. But I didn't ignore her. It's just no way I can tell her what's been happening if she weren't watching my videos, and she doesn't know about the guardianship, conservatorship, and I know her. Had she been my friend at the time, she would have been telling me to go to court and face my aunt, just as Joe and Selena were telling me, and to write the affidavit, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, you know. What's wrong? Are you afraid to go up on the chair? The chair's right there, only you could be brave enough to go up on it. Pretty soon you won't be in here at all. Why did I respond to her? Because I never hated her. I just was hurt, and I just was whatever. But again, don't trust anybody, see? So, I learned my lesson in that respect. And I do see where she's coming from. And I actually do believe that she generally cares about my mother. To me, to an extent, that she thought it was rotten. Oh, that Mom has that scare and faith, and she just wants to see her daughter, and she can't. Trouble that was pretty rotten. She would want to experience that, Took Joe a couple of minutes to get me visitation with my mother. Literally a couple of minutes. That's all he could spare. He's at work. He can't be chatting for a long time, Of course, she thinks I can get her out. I can't get you. Can Joe get me? No, Joe can't get you out. Only your doctor, and you should know this by now, your doctor and your social worker and auntie all together can get you out. Really, just your doctor and your social worker, because they might listen to input to certain degree from the healthcare proxy, but in the end they do what they want to do, you know that. If you experience this at all, you know that. Or if you just, if you haven't experienced it firsthand, but you're just intuitive, what you know that the healthcare proxy can put it in two sides, but in the end, in these mental hospitals, the doctor and the social worker do what they want. You've seen me give you perfect examples of that. Mom's gonna cling to anything, though. Mama, I just coming to visit you. I just want to see you. I can't get you out. Can Joe get me out? Oh, God. Joe's not even family. Joe could get you out to an even lesser degree than I could. Poor Mom. Poor Mama. I'm going to bed. I've made myself sufficiently sleepy. You're staring at the chair. Are you afraid to jump up on it? How come? What's going on in the pug brain? What's going on in the pug brain, Arms? Mama's love. Mama's blind baby. Blind baby. Blind baby. Oh, fuck. I forgot to order that stuff for his ears, too. I ordered my life extension shit. Just a small order of stuff that I need. I feel it's necessary to take vitamin D, vitamin C, a multivitamin, and turmeric curcumin. So, all of which I was out of. Good night. Wish me luck tomorrow with my mama.